Hey, and today I thought that I would do a book called The House on Half Moon Street by Alex Reeve. So the main character in this is trans. His name is Leo Stanhope, aka Charlotte Lottie Pritchard. That was his name back before. The book is based in 1880. And it's a tale of murder, it's a tale of mystery, it's about identity, it's about historical crime and questioning love. Oh, love. Anyway, so this chap, Leo Stanhope, he is a pathologist assistant, and he predominantly would help, sew up bodies, etc. People, especially that get thrown in the Thames, as it's set in London in Victorian times. One day, suddenly this person appears at the table and it's the love of his life. She dead. She very dead. She's had her head bashed in. So Maria, she dead. And because she's a prostitute, the police they're not trying so hard to actually solve her murder. So in this unquestioning love, Leo decides that he is going to find out what exactly happened to her. And pretty much as a result, he ends up making a bit of a mess of his life. He finds out a lot of truths on the way. Does it question his love? Does it not? You'll find out if you read it. What Reeve, I think, did with the writing really, really well is that he really outlines the struggles for women in Victorian times, the powerlessness that they had in their everyday lives and their positions, and also the risks that they had to take every single day. Saying that, what he also does is he sheds good light on the risks as well that Leo Stanhope has to go through as a trans person in Victorian London. He'll be sent to the asylums, he'll be having his brain worked on, electrocuted, all these horrible things as well, put to death. There's so many different horrible things that can happen to Leo. And he decides, in order to be true to himself, that he will take those risks because at least then he lives the way that he wants to live, his true self. And I thought that was quite touching. And I think that Reeve does that very well. On the other side of the coin, however, he goes a bit OTT with the spoon feeding. It was like choking. Like, I know that Leo is trans. You don't need to spell every single little thing out to me. It's got a bit boring, and actually it really took away some of the effects that I think that Reeve was trying to create, because it was just a bit too much, The rest of Leo's personality is a bit lacking. There's a lot of times where it's really hard to work out his thought process. And he's really annoying in a lot of ways. He drives me absolutely nuts. He drives me crazy through that. There are a few times I'm like, oh my God, really? Really, Leo? Sort it out, man. Now, the structure of the book, I would say it was good at the beginning, mediocre in the middle, and good at the end. And I didn't think the end was going to be that good, but bam, all of a sudden, last few pages, a couple little twists in there, and it was kind of nice. Because why it was mediocre was it was slow. It was like a bloody sloth in the middle, towards the end. But then it got really good. Good, meh, good. That's how I describe the book. I did like the overall concept, and I did like the fact that Reeve wasn't just doing a kind of Victorian thriller book. The fact of shedding light on trans, incorporating that, I thought it was good, and it, especially setting it in that time period, because it's so easy to forget that throughout history you've always had trans people. Just like you've always had gay people. And sometimes it's really easy to forget because in storybooks, people don't usually write about them. It was also quite predictable at points, the book. Quite predictable. And it wasn't that dark either. I don't know, maybe I just got a bit of a dark soul, but I do love a book. As you would probably know if you've read my other reviews, I like dark books and things with lots of twists because I love working things out. And then I get annoyed at myself that I work it out too early. So I like something to take me by surprise. Just like, what's that over there? Bam! What was that? That's what I like. I didn't think that Reeve built too well on characters. Leo's sexuality, yes. Other parts of Leo, no. It was very difficult to understand some of his thought processes and why he was doing the things that he was, and it was a bit frustrating. Reeve also did this with other characters. He had such potential to really build on some of the characters, and I feel like they fell flat quite a lot of the time. One thing I didn't like as well, now I don't know if I'm going to be saying it right. Silis? It's basically a wrap of material that's really rough and it makes you bleed and all this stuff. And this is what Leo was wrapping himself in all the time to cover up his breasts. Why is it a Silis? What if he's being who he was born to be? Then I don't know. I just couldn't quite make the connection why he's then wrapping himself in this material that always makes him bleed. And which people use as a form of punishment. Why is he punishing himself for being himself when he's so adamant that he should be true to himself? And it didn't quite correlate. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm blonde. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't know. I would rate this book 6 out of 10. Lots and lots of good points, but unfortunately too much of the book was just too slow moving and too predictable. As always, if you enjoyed my review, then please subscribe if you haven't already, and drop me a comment. Let me know what you think of the book. Are you gonna read the book? So until next time, bye-bye.